Greetings! Today we're going to talk about Google Arts and Culture. This is a gem that has been hidden away in Google's world that a lot of people don't know about and has a ton of possibilities. So if you just Google Arts and Culture, it will take you right to this website here. This page has a ton of stuff on it that you can just go and explore and play with right when if you want to. Every day they have a daily digest. They have something new that shows up here that you can click on and it will take you to even more information. So this is preserving the Mayan culture, so you can read more. They always have like an editorial feature. They have tons of other things that you can explore. Technology is usually in there, more articles, and you just keep scanning down. There's tons and tons of information in here, and each one of these you can link on and go even further. Fun thing that you can also do, you can go do the street views of Google Culture too. So anytime you see Yellow Man here, you can actually click on it and you can go in and see where Yellow Man takes you, and you can spin yourself around and your kids can actually experience what it's like to stand where these people stood and see what they see. So it's like a field trip without ever having to go there, saving money. Yay, we like to do that. And you just can keep going down. If you like Google Expeditions, they do have some Google Expeditions tied into Google Arts and Culture. Not everything does. And then they always have a little bit of an Explore More. All right. That is what's in the Today section, but then there's even more stuff that you can go down. They always have featured videos on the front page. They have featured stories that you can do. If you have a photography and you want to look at different photographies, here's like action photos. These are for continuously changing all the time. Every single day, some of these things will change. Themes, if you're working on a theme, they just keep look at hidden histories, women in culture you can go to. Each one of these has more stories. My favorite thing to do, here's the little Yellow Man. You can go and explore even more of those if you just want to go do those explore things. But you can also, if you're doing an art project, you can click on the zoom ins, and these aren't just here, they're all over the place. So I can actually, it shows you right here what the whole photo, I can zoom out. This is what that painting looks like, and then I can actually start zooming in, and I can get down almost to the brush strokes. So we'll let it catch up just a little bit. So then you can just kind of maneuver it around and you can see all the brush strokes it took to do this particular piece of art. These are collections from museums that they have curated around the world. You can also do over in the hamburger side, you can explore by themes, you can explore by collections, you can explore by artist, art movements, or I've actually handed this over to some of my history teachers. So we did some historical events. They were working on World War II and the Holocaust. So the Holocaust just automatically came up. It will give you a little bit about it. And then you have all these stories that you can click into, and then all these videos about Holocaust survivors. Now, here's a cool thing. If I wanted to share this entire collection with my classroom, I can just hit the share button, and I can either share it by all these different ways, but I can click and say share it to my Google Classroom, and it's going to automatically go find all my Google Classrooms, and I can just click which one I want to do. Unfortunately, you can't choose multiple ones at this point, so you'd have to go back and share them individually, but you can share it through Google Classroom. I can also, if I have, I'm going to go back one here, if I have my students like World War II, if I have my students working on stuff, I can say, hey, I want you to go look at all the things that are in World War II, all these photos that are shaking, and there's tons. This isn't the only one. Go in here. I had something new show up on my thing. Oops. So I got a videos that work. I have lots of other things. I'm stuck in the video world. Get out of there. Stop. Okay. So I can also have my students, if they click on a particular image, they can start building a collection themselves. So here's this image. Here's this little heart button right here. So they can click and say that's a favorite and says added to favorites. Okay. I can go to my hamburger and here are my favorites, and I can actually, here they are, and I can build a collection. So like if I've been favoriting a lot of things, I can come back and I can build my own collection. I can say, hey, I want to call my collection like I did JFK and the moonshot. So here's all my photos. They can then start explaining to you why they chose these photos. Just make sure that they have made it public so that they can grab this link and share it with you. If it's not public, this link won't work. So they can share this and then they can write a little bit about why did they choose these photos. Google Arts and Culture is just a great place to come and experiment with. They do have, let's go back to, you can do things by timelines. So let's see, historical figures should timeline me up here. So you can do things by timelines. So up here you see timeline, so I can actually click on time and I can go pick a time period. So we're studying like the 1900s. I can do that. 1980s. What's going to pop up here? So I've got Time Magazine. I've got a gazillion things. This thing is just rich with information that you can share with. So that's Google Arts and Cultures, and we hope you enjoy it. Thanks.